Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Happy launch day for Flotsam 1.0. And rather than sit here looking at my misleading intro screen, I should just fire up the game and we can take a look at things. Oh, nice. We actually get all the icons sent to us. Sometimes they don't make it into the stream. But here we are. We are no longer on the experimental branch. This is the main branch. It is 1.0. We have a nice little message to that effect over here. We have update notes. Flotsam has officially reached version 1.0, bringing a fully playable main story, new specialists, new regions, building upgrades, and a wide range of improvements across the entire game. Now, some of this is stuff that we've already seen in the experimental branch, so if you've seen that branch previously, then it's not quite as big a jump as it would have been, but maybe the tutorial is working properly now? That would be kind of nice. However, the main narrative scenario beginning with a mysterious message, that does sound interesting. So, there'll be plenty for us to see. Plenty at sea for us to see. Yay, ocean puns. Now this Wettin' on Sea, day 109, that's from our previous playthrough, but I think I kind of built myself into a corner there. I think I picked up more people than I could quite provide for, so I kind of want a fresh start anyway. So we'll give it a few more minutes, enjoy this lovely music, and then we'll start a new town. I've got some hot tea. Well, not quite tea at this hour. It's throat coat herbal tea. It's supposed to be good for one's voice. But it's still a little too hot right now. Those have got to be some of the more cheerful seagulls I've ever seen. All right, well, let's fire this up. New game. Hogwash. Pre-flood, hydro-homey. There's nothing in this world more exciting than water. Nothing. And this drifter knows it. Okay. Pre-flood, milkshaker. Shake milk, get swole, shake more milk. It's a vicious, delicious cycle. The captain. Well, I'm the captain, but maybe you came from somewhere else. Post-flood climate change denier. You really think that some change in climate could raise the sea level by 25 stories? Wake up! Aliens dumped sewage on our planet. The aristocracy are enjoying their sunken pleasure bunkers as we speak. Oh dear. All right, well, this is good enough to start with, I'd say. Oh, okay. They're throwing us right in. I thought maybe we'd have the naming the town stuff first. So let's give it. Whoop. Options. Edge scrolling, no. No, thank you. I need to be able to get to OBS without shoving my camera all the heck over the place. There we go. That's better. Okay. Well, that's it then, Captain. Garbage floods washed away our village. Good thing we had our ship to make our escape. Let us not sink into despair. Let's ride this wave and stay afloat. We're going to survive. No, we're going to thrive. We should transform our boat into a floating community. Today, we start rebuilding our civilization. But first, what should we christen our new town? Oh, okay. Bottle heap. Okay, I actually spent some time thinking about this, and I realized there's a name right in plain sight that I should have been using all along. Plankton. Plankton, huh? Perfect, the future is ours. So, where do we even start with building this whole floating community thing? Wait, look at all this plastic floating around. It's like a precious floating gift of garbage. It's practically begging for a second chance. Begging, let's put it to use. Okay. Tutorial, salvaging Flotsam. Okay, so... they're giving us that. Did I... was there... maybe there was an option for a tutorial earlier, but I didn't see it. But you know what? We'll just go with this. So, this works same as always. A swimming marker. X and Z. Of course, I need to look at things because it's been a little while since I played. Not too long, but a little while. Let's have everyone head out in that direction. Town beauty is still 65. Still looking pretty good just because nothing's working against us yet. Grayson 76, good evening. We can speed this up a little bit. There we go. Now, is our person going to have anything to say to us once that's all gathered? No. I guess we'll just head out to the map then. So one thing I definitely noticed by the end of last time is that once we have looked a bit at the map, it is kind of laid out more or less linearly. Things get more advanced as we go along. So there is definitely a logic to how things are arranged. Definitely want some planks. And we can spread things out a little bit. I may or may not end up building things similarly to how I did last time, because when your brain wants to do things a certain way, that's just how it does it. Okay, for a small storage yard, let's put that here. And let's put just wood in this one. Plastic workshop. Recycles plastic waste into floater. Okay, let's put you here. I think that's kind of mirror image from how I did it last time, but it's hard to say for sure. Now, let's have one person working on stuff while we're collecting. Oh, hello, whale. Now, for the moment, we don't have any use for plastic waste just as it is. It all needs to be made into floaters. So, let's just keep it rolling as long as we have materials. And this here can be a storage yard for plastic stuff. Stuff is just going in the town heart. That's okay. Can't actually do much with this until we have the wood drying workshop up and running. Yes, and you want a house. Need planks for that, okay. Manual dryer, okay. Let's put you there. Oh, kelp this way. There's some more plastic. We can make dry wood forever. And we will also need a sawmill once we have some more wood. Desalinator, we'll need one of those. Salad spinner, we'll need one of those. So far, everyone's just sleeping where they are. That also can process resources forever. Workshops are used by your drifters to craft resources. You can queue different recipes in each workshop, with some having multiple options. Yep, we've seen that before. Let's pick up some of this kelp. we are just now picking up kelp, so let's make a salad spinner. We'll put food over here. No particular reason why or why not. And at least for now, you can make seaweed salad forever. And this can contain seaweed and polluted seaweed. Luckily, we don't have any of that right now, but all kinds of salads. Looks good. There's our salvage marker. We are moving towards a foresty biome. Just a little bit of water here. Well, a lot of water, a little bit of wood. Need more planks for a desalinator. I do like waiting till a person comes back before sailing on. Not too much farther for us to get here. Desalinator's a big building. Let's put it here. I would like to connect things a little better this time. Put just a little more of a grid structure in. Okay, now there's only 3 of us right now, so let's hold off on creating any fresh water for the moment. Captain, look there on the horizon. A scouting landmark. I bet if we climb to the top, we'll see all sorts of junk begging for upscaling. Okay, that's a little ways away, but we'll take a look in a little bit. What's over here? We do not have axes, so we cannot chop the healthy trees. However, we can gather this kelp. And there's some wood here. There we go. I like with these big pieces of furniture and stuff. Okay, we have food, we have water. What we really need now... Okay, solo tent, 2x2. A duo tent, be a bit bigger. Okay, the weight works out the same, so let's go with solo tents for now. We do want to be cognizant of the weight of our floating town because that was something that was getting at me last time. If the boat's too heavy, then we can't go very far on our electrical charge, so... Electrical charge, I should say. Let's see, we can't really do any fishing yet either. There's not a whole lot we can do with islands just yet, unless there's stuff to salvage from them. But let's take a look around here anyway. We've got this wood. We've got... Can't chop the trees. Okay. We need some more plastic for more homes. Okay, got those things. Let's see, the scouting marker was over there. Oh, there's a whole other biome over here. It's farmland. I do want to grab this kelp, because kelp is food. We've got wet wood for days. Okay. Still, I know if I leave any behind, I'm gonna regret it. I'm missing. Water container, don't really need that yet. Our town heart's taking care of all of that. Recycler recycles junk into unrefined resources. Chopping block for firewood, don't need those things yet. A research station, that would be good to have. Once again, we would need plastic for it. Oh, was there anything to do with this point of interest at all? Oh, gather tinder. That we can do. In fact, I wouldn't mind if we had more people doing it. This is cool how they're actually using this log as a way to get in. They make it look like we're harvesting the trees, even though we don't actually need any axes to do it. Plastic, please. No plastic, just more wood. Well, we can scout the region. We can't chop trees here. There's another little island. Can't chop the trees there either. Captain, smoke up ahead. Could it be a survivor? Show me. Over there. Way over there. Now we can see where all the plastic is. Ooh, there's a ruined restaurant and a hardware store. Those are all really useful things over there. Of course, there's useful things over here, too. Farm ruins. Overgrown potato fields. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's good stuff on both sides. Alright, then. Ah, and there's not a lot of plastic in a forested area. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, well, clearly we need to go this way. Gather this kelp. Cannot chop the trees. If I don't take the wood, I'm just gonna need it later. We do need lots of firewood at this stage. And planks. We should probably get those ready to go. So, firewood, that is. Oh, really? That goes under there? How bizarre. I guess I'm out of plastic. All right. Let's put in... Oh, right. Need more floaters. Okay, then. Let's speed it up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, first of all, plastic. And some other stuff too. Grab plastic junk, take the furniture. Grab all this stuff. We're gonna need a recycler now. Ruins has been scavenged. We're actually doing okay on planks for now. Let's leave those alone. I'd rather have people working on this plastic. Because we need a recycler. And I need to build this out. Process the junk into unrefined plastic waste, and then we can turn it into floaters. And the cycle continues. Did we get all this? We did. That means we can move on. I see movement over there in the supermarket. Oh. Guess there's a couple people over here. Islay Hopper. Whoa, huh, what? You scared the salt off me. Take it easy. We were passing through and found your campfire. We wanted to see if you're okay. Wow, that's actually really thoughtful. Sorry, I haven't seen anyone in a while. Didn't expect company while I was munching on crumbs here. You got your bags packed, food stocked? Drifting or heading somewhere? I'm hopping islands towards a city further out, hoping I'll find other people. Make surviving less lonely, you know? But hey, looks like you found me first. Who are you folks anyway? We're a township, Plankton. We've been drifting around looking for survivors. Hold up. You're telling me I can join you lot? Yes. Oh boy, this is gonna be great. Mind giving me a hand with this food? We could use it for the journey ahead. Excellent. Okay, well, yes. Scavenge the remaining food. We don't have tools to get any more than that. There's another little island here. Oh, that's the stuff we took before. Okay. Okay, we got all that. In which case, we still need plastic. I want all that stuff. There's a lot going on here. Grab the junk, take the furniture. Ooh, take all these tools from the hardware store. Love those. Scout the region from the old church, take all the stuff. Once we have axes, we can chop the trees. While that's all happening, we need another house. We also need... we need a chopping block, and we need floaters for that. And that's the thing we're really short on right now. Oh, there's plastic. We can grab some of it for now. We'll have to move over there later. Still working on these. Okay, hardware store salvaged. Rural ruins we're still working on. Old church we're still working on. We're too far away from those ruins. Once we have the axes in our custody, we can chop the healthy trees. I guess it was already technically unlocked. Oh, dismantle appliances. Sure, that'll be useful. Old church is fully salvaged. got as much as we can from that salvage marker for now. Hauling export blocked. You don't have enough room to put your stuff. And I don't have enough floaters to build more. Okay, well, that's okay. We can work on other things. The church is done. That's too far away. We're still working on chopping healthy trees. Okay. Let's see what's in these buildings. Take those things. We've already got these trees. We've got the stuff from the old church, and this is gather tinder, take the furniture, looks good. Apparently we need more storage space for wood. And let's allow planks, wet wood, dry wood, and where's tinder? Firewood, yeah. Okay, all the wooden stuff in there. Could we also... wood junk. We can fit those things in here. Chopping block. We can make that. Need more floaters again for our research station. Ooh, firewood from junk specifically. That's actually pretty nice. In that case, we can turn on the sawmill again. And turn this on. We will need a lot of firewood for a while. Hello, bowl of tonkatsu ramen. You are attempting to look for the restroom on board the ship. Well, you'll just have to do it old school. It's all around you. How's it going? Let's see. I think we have scavenged everything near here. This will show everything grayed out if we have. Excellent. You're good. Excellent. Now, we do still need loads of plastic, so let's turn around and get some. There is a channel point reward if you'd like to adopt a colonist and put your name on one. It's more expensive than naming stuff in a city builder, because We only have so many people to give names to. But let's see how things are going. You are... Ah, okay, yes, you're using wooden junk as your input, but the animation still shows you chopping dry wood. Fascinating. We need more plastic storage space as well. Floater, plastic waste, plastic junk. Plastic junk can go there too. Local slang of the day. When someone says jam at customs already, it means they need to look for a restroom very urgently. That's one I haven't heard before. Which makes sense if it's local. Okay, time for a research station. Don't want to go without one of those. Got all that stuff already. Okay, there's the research panel. Tutorial research. You can unlock new technologies through research. Numerous technologies are available, each with its own knowledge requirement. We have 9 knowledge. Okay, well. Rope lashing. Rope crafter braids seaweed into rope. Storage yard, bigger. Drying rack. This will be really nice. Let's work on researching it. If you visit Singapore, you may hear that expression being used. Ah. Okay, let's go for more plastic, because clearly I need it. I'm doing okay on food. Let's bring these down to 1 person each. I want to make sure people are actually doing the research. What's that? Vanya's hungry at 2 a.m. We got you covered. We got seaweed salad, which is icky, and we are out of canned food, which we must have eaten first because it tasted better. No more plastic junk. Plenty of wood junk. actually have floaters now, which is good. Of course, there's so much manual work to be done right now that maybe no one much is going for it. No one especially enjoys research. Which is too bad. Drifter expertise. Drifters are skilled in certain attributes like athletics or cooking. These attributes determine how good they are at related tasks and how fast they complete them. Yeah, we can optimize that later. We've got all this plastic. Let's actually swing by this kelp. I guess it's not a problem for us to just kind of work through all this material for a while. I'm not especially hungry at this hour, but I do need some of this tea, if for no other reason than holding on to the mug for a little while keeps my hands warm. Yeah, someone needs to make research a priority, or it's just not getting done. That can be your job until we have someone who's actually enthusiastic about it. Okay, well, with that done, let's turn this ship around and head over this way. Got some medical supplies, looks like. Scavenge remaining food from the ruined restaurant. Take the furniture. We don't have containers for bio waste, which maybe it's just as well. Pharmacy remnants. Loot remaining medicine. That will be useful at some point. Aha! Let's see. Basic tools, scrapsmithing, seaweed growing. All these things are really good. Let's go with seaweed growing first, because now that we're making rope, we have more uses for seaweed even. You looted this. We're still looting this. Looks like non-perishable canned food is back on the menu, boys. guess there's not a huge backlog of tasks right now, in which case more people can work on this. You got that? Okay. Seaweed growing is researched. Okay, let's go with scrap smithing. Yeah, let's go with scrap smithing then. That unlocks a bunch of stuff. Let's move forward. And start gathering these things up as we work on building the new stuff that we can now build. Okay, what next? We can build bigger storage yards if we have some rope. We're going to need a rope crafter. Braid seaweed into rope. Let's put this over with the wood. And once we have some rope, we'll be able to make a seaweed grower. But in order to do that, we're going to have to not turn seaweed into salad for a little while. Ding ding. Okay. So now we really got to find more seaweed. Let's sketch out a little more space. Scrap smithing has been researched. Let's go for basic tools. Has been salvaged. Okay, we seem to have everything around us. Oh, there's potatoes there. Excellent. There's some plastic. What we're really going to need, though, is seaweed, and there's some over there. Because you need seaweed to grow seaweed. You're doing fine. Okay, salvage marker is done. We can make tools. Let's put a hold on research for a while, because we're not able to use all the stuff we're inventing. Sure, let's take this. And let's see, we gotta head down this way where the seaweed is. It's too far away, but we have other things close to us already. We can gather tinder from here. And there's the lookout tower. We can scout the region. We don't have enough axes to chop the trees. That's okay. Wow, region's scouted already. I guess I am playing on fast speed. Can't make any larger storage yards yet. But let's make this another one for all kinds of wood products. Since we've got kind of a lot of it. There's the kelp. We've got some wood way over there. Ah, here's the seaweed. At least some of it. And here's some more. So let's make some rope. Guess we'll need a storage yard for that too. Seaweed and rope. So, first thing I want is a place to grow more seaweed. Also want... Okay, we can make a scrap smith, but what we really want is a drying rack. So let's make sure we're going to have enough rope for this, and then we want to replace our old wood drying thing with a drying rack. So we can, in fact, tear down the manual dryer. And build this drying rack in its place. Okay, the seaweed grower is all primed. Let's see. More useful stuff over there. There's potatoes. That would be good to get a look at. I guess since we're right here, we should go for this wood first. And it's so much easier to dry now. Okay, tons of seaweed. We've got... Let's get ourselves a bunch of rope. After that, we can go back to making salad. Looks good. More kelp over there. We're gonna see more of that over places like open oceans. Looks like. Okay, well, where was that? There over the farmland. That was the potato fields. And there's ocean on the other side of it. Let's go around in that direction. That was fast. Bonk. Okay, more stuff. All this wood. Harvest overgrown crops. All these potatoes. All this wood. Back when the land turned sour, potatoes were the last crop still kicking. Now weeds smother the fields, creeping over a last few forgotten spuds. We're gonna need some food storage. Let's put a bigger one in. Let's put it here. And you can carry the salads and potatoes, potato salad. Got plenty of potatoes. Okay. We've got some nice scouting locations over here. Some rusty car wrecks that could be useful. Oh, that's right. There could be kelp in the open ocean. Let's try here first, because we can scout. We're a little too far away from some of this stuff. Cannot salvage the rotor. We could chop the healthy trees, but we kind of have a lot of those right now. Let's just scout the region. Captain, we spotted signs of life. There might be a survivor out there. Over there. All the way over there. Oh, there's books. Okay. Okay, good to know. That's not showing us much past the edge of the map, is it? There's potatoes over there, but we really can't do much with potatoes if we don't also have seaweed. At least not right now. Ooh. Take tools, take furniture. We are making seaweed, though. So let's make some potato salad. Islay Hopper leveled up. Excellent. Farm ruins salvaged. Let's get everyone back on the boat. And swing around here. Take the tools, take the furniture. Twice. Need more seaweed before we can have salad. The captain leveled up. Excellent. Let's see. We have basically built everything we can, I think. Except the scrapsmith. We need more metal scrap for that. I think we are on our way towards some. Let's just swing by here. Chop healthy trees? Nah, we'll leave it. Ooh, recover vehicle batteries. Salvage metal from road signs and vehicles. Yes, we can do all of those things. And that should make us able to build the scrapsmith. To that end, let's build some more walkways. Definitely need this food. Okay, here is a scrapsmith. And more storage. This storage shall have metal scrap and metal plates. How about some electric scrap too, and electric junk? Nice road signs. How's this doing? Okay, we can make aluminum sheets, we can make metal plates. Nothing we can make needs a metal plate yet, but we... basic tools. Can we make a tool maker? Yes. With all that stuff. In which case, let's go for the next thing. How about fishing? Because we need to gather food a little more efficiently. Rusty car wrecks is salvaged. Excellent. Where to next? There's some water over here and some more potatoes over there. We don't have containers for draining water. Don't think we really need the trees all that bad. Let's see. Oh, we can make a couple of containers. Yeah. And here, let's add a bunch of tools to valid items. Plasma tools. Seawall. That's not something I've seen yet, but it sure seems like it could be useful. We may need water storage for this. A little more potato salad. is finished. Not quite. Oh, we've taken as much from it as we can until tomorrow. I guess there's no harm in having a little more storage. Research complete. Fishing. Okay. Fishing chair. Can fish around the chair. Okay, well in that case, let's give ourselves a nice long pier. We may or may not keep doing things this way for a while. We've drained that water. What's over here? Farm ruins. That'll have things like tools. That'll be really nice. Suppose we sit right on top of these fish. Yeah, someone can work on catching those. And we need a metal plate for a grill. Okay, start making some metal plates then. We're also going to need floaters, which we don't really have at the moment. You can store all kinds of food fish. We have nibblers. Delicious. We definitely need plastic, though. So let's actually leave these fish and go on our way. Take the tools, take the furniture. Okay, we've almost got that seaweed. Okay, here's a good spot. We need to make a grill a high priority. Isn't there a building around here? Yes. Grab the junk, take the furniture. As soon as we've got some floaters, we'll be good to go. We're almost done with that. Leary, hello! You're baking bean brownies. Bean brownies? What kinds of beans? That is not something I've heard of before. Oh, we don't have enough potatoes anymore. Alright. Make a couple of seaweed salads then. As soon as we can make a grill, we'll make one. Because we do have some fish. Black beans. They're good. Wow. That is not something I had heard of, but I am glad it's working out well. The grill's kind of big. Let's put it here. Tutorial Town Beauty. It's bad now. Drifters love a pretty town. They find some buildings ugly and others beautiful, which all adds up in the overall town beauty score. The score affects their morale. Decorations, plants, and pretty buildings like houses increase the town beauty score, whereas buildings like workshops and generators decrease it. Okay, well, we'll work on things. We'll work on things. You're not patient. It's almost midnight. You want to make more. You took a bean can and put the beans and liquid in the bowl to immersion blend. Oh, okay. You know, maybe I shouldn't be too surprised. I do have a recipe for vegan brownies that uses silken tofu, and you know that's from legumes. Okay, let's make grilled nibblers. And now that that's rolling, let's get some more nibblers. Added to brownie mix and follow the instructions. You don't have time to mix your own ingredients, so you bought boxed. Wow, that is cool. Low-key, this is the only way you're making brownies now? Wow. Sounds great. You can send me the recipe? Sure. Eggs expensive, beans cheap, you know, that makes a lot of sense. People use aquafaba as an egg substitute, so that makes a fair amount of sense. Yeah. I actually have a vegan egg substitute powder that I often use if I'm making something that calls for eggs. It's just convenient. I don't have to worry about it spoiling. Okay, now that we can fish, our food situation's a little better, though we can't fish very fast. We kind of have to be willing to sit on the fishing spot for a while. Let's see, what else can we make? An animal chow grinder, that's going to be important later, but not right now. We have a tool maker, we have a scrap smith, we have all these things. So I think it's time to do some more research. We can fish. People are sad about decorations. Maybe let's go for... adequate housing, I guess. Some of this is heavy. You didn't add the oil or water either. It reduces the time so much. Okay, well, I will check out what you sent me on Discord. Sounds great. Oh, we got all the fish. Okay. In that case, let's actually go backwards. Me. Grab some of this kelp while we're here. And we're not quite close enough to fish to go fishing for it. Oh, let's have you hold grilled nibblers, grilled gobblers, nib kebabs, various kinds of cooked fish. But maybe we can save our seaweed in case we need it for, like, rope. Okay, now we can go fishing again. On the cob, nib kebab, gob kebab, grilled flounder. Okay, we're getting some flounders now. Your brownies definitely did not rise at all, so you'll try to use a different mix next time. Yeah, it's interesting. So my family has a recipe for pumpkin bread. And, you know, it's pretty standard. It tastes about the same as any pumpkin bread you'd get in a cafe or whatever. But it's ours. But I have made it both with real eggs and with a vegan egg replacer. And really the only difference I can tell between the two, because I made them side by side for, you know, proper experimentation, is that the one made with real eggs rises a little more. But aside from that, really not that different. So maybe using real eggs would help it rise more. I mean, you've got plenty of reasons not to use real eggs, but maybe that's part of what's going on. Okay, houses. The thing is, houses are heavy, so we do need to be a little careful with these. They only add a little bit of beauty. Boarding house. A large shoddy home for up to 5 drifters. 4x4, 2x2. Okay, so this would be a little more space efficient. And weight efficient. There's also the Duo Shack, which is less efficient, but nicer looking. 120 versus... Okay. So the boarding house is a little more efficient than the tents that we're using currently. Oh my goodness, it's big. That is kind of massive. You know, maybe we'll add that the next time we get a new person. In the meantime, we have all our fish. Let's be off. Fish, 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 fish. Okay. Plenty of stuff to gather here. Chop the healthy trees. We could, but we've actually got a lot of wood right now. Scout the region. Grab the junk. Take the furniture. That's easy enough. Dismantling appliances would be good. Anything behind us? Not really. We're already looking at all those things. And if we're about to get books, we should research studying. Ironic that studying would be a thing you would have to research in order to do. Captain, we spotted signs of life. There might be a survivor out there. Show me. Over there. Way over there. Okay. And once we've finished with these rural ruins, I want to move forward down to the fishing spot. And if we've got plenty of firewood, we could use it to make more water. Grilled flounder. Can we put grilled flounder in here? Let's put grilled flounder in there. We'll make some more salad. Some of these buildings have upgrades maybe available, but... Solar tent. Oh, we can just upgrade these in shacks. That's nice if we can spare the weight. That may become a problem later. Kinda got a lot to gather at this spot. Okay, rural ruins salvaged, in which case, let's move a little bit forward. Research complete, studying just in time. Grab attack books, 18 of them, and moldy paper, for some reason. Grab the junk, grab the furniture. We got those things. Do we want to chop the healthy trees? I don't think I want to bother. Still gathering this plastic. But apparently we need a school. We also seem to need more storage. Oh good, we can queue up multiple things at once. Oh, okay. Oh, but it takes 3 books to actually do anything with. I see. Study desks are empty. Okay, well maybe someone will come study here when they've got nothing else to do. paper. I don't even see what that does yet. Biggish storage yard here. It can have books and paper and seaweed because we're growing it right here. Where's paper and books should be somewhere. Books. Sponge head medicine. Let's put the medicine here too, just so we have a better place for it. There's no way you can be blocked for export, because you can put stuff here. Grilled nibblers, the grilled flounder, you're good to go. Got the fish anyway. Sure, we can deal with these. Wow, made a lot of grilled nibblers. It's beyond me why no one wants to put them in the storage yard, though. Okay, how about reconnaissance? Overgrown ruins salvage. It seems like the old church, has that still got something? Nope. We're still taking furniture from these rural ruins. Okay, now we can go. There's some food here. We don't have any use for bio-waste yet. Halibut. Pre-flood, a recycler. Post-flood, a loan shark. Great. Okay, well, we'll take you. And in order to do that, let's put in one of these big boarding houses. Halibut joined plankton. Excellent. You're working on reconnaissance. You're fine. You've got desks. I guess no one especially wants to use the spot right now. Study desks. Empty. Let's research. Knowledge. You're not telling me much about it. Okay. Oh, there's campers. That's amazing. It looks like the town full of trailers in Raft. That's great. Oh, we're still scavenging this area. Still taking food, still taking furniture. Still getting tinder, which we do need. We do have wet wood. Someone should come put it on the drying rack. Okay, reconnaissance is complete. That means we have access to bigger drying rack, a mooring dock, and a watchtower. Increase the visibility radius on the map. That sounds good. Let's make a couple of ropes. Let's make a few ropes, actually. And this drying rack. Once we have some more rope, we can just upgrade it in place. There you go. Okay, let's come around this way. Increase the visibility radius on the map. Alright, let's put you out front. Ah, this has been blocked off. Let's pull this over. It won't be a perfect grid, but it'll be better than it was. Okay. Does this need anything special? Not really. We are still getting plastic, though. Not anymore. Okay. Let's stop by this place that probably has lots of stuff like scrap metal. Yes, okay. We need precision tools and we need more demolition tools. We need more rope for that, though. Salvage the truck wreckage for a generator. We don't even have anything to do with a generator yet. Oh, people are learning at the school. Okay, so they'll go learn when they don't have anything else to do. That sounds great. Recon, yes, we could make boats at this point. Food cleaning, basic electricity. Let's go with simple decorations, since people care about that. Kind of nice that the school gives people something useful they can do when there's no other assigned task for them. So many cars. Kind of looks like Crisis City, except flooded rather than on fire. Still working on this. I think we're gonna need more. Yeah, we're gonna need more storage space for things like scrap. Scrap and electric scrap and electric junk. And where's that generator? Metal and aluminum over here. Generator, truck parts. Cannot see. Oh, here we go. Generator. And batteries, why not? Okay. Here's some good fishing and some kelp and a pine grove. One person can go fishing while someone gathers up this seaweed. And yeah, we could do with some trees. Where's the toolmaker? There it is. Oh, there we go. That's enough to manage. Gobblers. Okay, we need grilled gobblers. Love those. I think we need more storage space for wood. No, you're fine. People are just busy doing other things. Yeah, hogwash is over there. Oh, we must have gotten our decorations. Bottle lantern, a fancy decoration to make your town more attractive. We need plastic junk that hasn't been turned into raw materials. Okay. Fences and paths. Plastic path, really. Plastic picket fence. Wood wattle fence. Plastic gate. Seating. Okay. I was kind of hoping... Ah, more different kinds of walkways. And plazas. And I can just upgrade these here and there to look a little nicer. You're all finished there. Fishing again. And yeah, we'll chop these healthy trees because we need planks if we're going to upgrade all these walkways. Is seriously a single spot? Ugh. Oh, the junction points are separate. Maybe? Hard to tell. Okay, Pine Grove salvaged. We still want to get these fish, though. Okay, fish gotten. Can we handle another person? Should be able to. At some point, it would be nice to start finding specialists. Microplastic soup connoisseur. Sure. Okay, we'll get another person. He can live in the boarding house. Let's keep upgrading these places. What next? Maybe... I think we're going to need radio communication for that. So let's research electricity. Okay. Do some scouting. Need more axes. Captain, we spotted signs of life. There might be a survivor out there. Over there. Okay, fascinating. Let's keep gathering what we can. We have no rope right now. Let's make a few. We are burning through a lot of wood right now. Quite literally. Okay, we've got those things. Person is over there. There's some fish on the way. There's a bunch of potatoes up that way. This is also farmland, but not really so much in the way of resources, except for those fish. I guess we could go this way. There's some wood. We definitely need that. Oh, we're too far away. Plastic. Take the tools, take the furniture. That's good, because we need it for firewood. Okay, basic electricity. What can we do with that? First of all, let's just look at the icons that it gave us. Oh, we need a radio technician for that. Okay, so we can't get that until we actually have a radio technician. Very well. Upgrade fabrication would be really good, though. Oh, got all our stuff. Okay. Go ahead and go fishing. Yoink. Okay, we need electronics. Electrocrafter turns electric scrap into various electric items. Great. Ah, but this needs a link to an energy grid, and it needs electric scrap, which we do not have. Okay, then. Gotta make sure our desalinator is still working. Ready for use. Okay, you just don't have any electronics yet, though. No electric scrap, that is, so there's nothing much we can do with you at the moment. And I guess we've caught all our fish. So let's edge up to these little islands, see what we can see. Cannot yet salvage the rotor. Oh well. Hold on. Look over there, that's an old radio station. Aha! It seems to be falling apart, but it might just have the equipment that we need to find others. Show me. Oh, there's tomatoes? Seeing a question mark. Past this person? There it is, all the way over there. Okay. That's the way we need to go then. For sure. We can turn planks into firewood if we need to. No, we need to turn dry wood into firewood. So let's stop making planks for a bit because we have a lot of them. Okay, upgrade fabrication. We can start upgrading things. Electric desalinator. Okay, we don't have the parts for that yet. We don't have gas bags yet. Toolmaker, that won't make those. We're gonna need other things to make that. Very well. Yeah. I see more fish. I want more fish. I need to harvest these overgrown crops. What in the world are these? Bunch of grilled gobblers and grilled nibblers. Okay. Farm ruins. Yes, take all that stuff. The fish are back there. Not that it matters much. As long as we're in range to have someone sit at the chair, we're good. Looks good. Weight is still okay. How are we doing? Still taking furniture. Still harvesting crops. We got a lot of potatoes. We actually have a lot of food right now. Still taking furniture. One more. Fine. Still waiting on those fish, though. Okay, that's all done. Still fishing. I don't think upgrading the intersection points works very well. Okay, we're all set for the fish, so let's keep moving around this way. Oh, we have tons of tools for this. Just grab all that stuff, sure. Got loads of potatoes. Don't have gigantic amounts of firewood, though. Let's make all this salvaging a priority. I'd rather pick all this stuff up and then get out of here. The school's doing nicely. Okay, truck is salvaged. Let's head away. There's water over there. That's actually a really good thing for us to find right now. All we need is a couple containers. And all this wood. Take the tools, take the furniture. All good things. That's a lot of water to be carrying back, especially since you're swimming. I like the greenhouse here. Really nice scenery. Any more plastic pathways we can turn into wood? Just to make our peeps a little happier. Salvage marker salvaged. Water tower salvaged. And over here. Really, do we still need more wood storage? I guess we have all different types of wooden items. Maybe a large storage yard would be nice too. That does take a little while. Is this stalled? Yeah, this is stalled for a little bit. Let's let you put tools in here. Yeah, that lets someone come out. And the large storage yard, you can have all kinds of wooden items. Wood junk, the planks, the firewood. Because we seem to be backed up on that kind of thing. Let's have you hold rope as well. Where's the rope? There. Okay, with that done, Rusty O'Reef, pre-flood cricket cook, post-flood castaway. Alright, well, we'll bring you in. Water is a little tight right now, but we're on our way to someone who can help. Especially since we're being a little more careful with our wood into planks routine. How's this island? Wow, we've got plenty of potato salad ingredients. Okay. Slight detour here for all these things. Because I see tomatoes. I also see more wood. And demo tools and furniture. Excellent. Kind of low on plastic at the moment, though. anything we could research at the moment? We're kind of waiting on the things that we've already researched to be useful. Unbottling, power tools, manual power, bioprocessing. That's going to be a thing. Let's just wait and see what's useful to us first. You should be allowed to store tomatoes. Why is this a problem? Maybe we just need another general storage bin. It would probably be good to have one of those. Let's just attach it to the front, right next to our other general storage. Yeah, there's tomatoes here. Why are people not putting tomatoes in there? That is a mystery. Yeah, those junction points are confused. Farm ruins salvaged. Wild farmlands also salvaged. Okay. Let's head this way. Let's find our radio technician, and then that'll probably have to be it for today. What's over here? Chop healthy trees? Sure. We're still kind of in a constant state of always needing more wood of one kind or another. There we go. Already got those crops. The big question is, will this town fit between these two islands? Can I sail through, or will I have to go around? Can we not put dry wood here? Since we already have a big place for it. Okay, that's done. No, I can't get through. Okay. Okay, first stopping at these three buildings. What have we got? Got a ruined restaurant. Take the food, take the furniture. Not gonna worry about the bio waste right now. Grab the plastic junk, grab the furniture, all useful. That too, and yes, dismantle the appliances. I bet I could do something with electric junk. Electric junk. Oh, maybe... Maybe... Yes, the recycler. The recycler works on electric scrap as well as plastic. Okay, now we're rolling. So now, if I look at the Electrocrafter, pretty soon it should start having stuff for me. Ruined restaurant is done. That's not done yet. That's not done yet. Okay. Now we're getting our electric parts. And let's make sure we can put them here. You're all set. You're all set. That place we're still working on, but let's go a little past it and get the plastic. There we go. Scout the region, grab the junk, grab the furniture. That's too far away. Okay, now we can start making electronics. Captain, we spotted signs of life. There might be a survivor out there. Over there. Okay. Well, we definitely want to get to this radio technician first. Okay, so once we have electronics and once we have some more metal plates, we can start upgrading stuff. Because desalinating with electricity instead of firewood would be really nice. We'd have to recharge more, but that's okay. Still waiting on that metal plate. Oh, there's books over there. Okay, well, let's come right into the center. Grab all those things. Grab all these things. That's basically what we're close enough to at the moment. And can we upgrade this? Not yet. Uses electricity. Have we not researched everything we need yet, perhaps? Basic electricity. Manual power. We've got plenty of research points. Let's just go ahead and start researching electricity related stuff until we get what we need. Change name. That's what it is. We have what we need. Still don't know what the moldy paper is good for. Maybe it can turn into compost. Okay. There we go. Supermarket leftovers. Yes, please. All that, including the food. Got those. Chop healthy trees. Maybe not just now. Look, there's someone on that landmark jumping and waving at us. A survivor. DJ Babble. Hello, over here! Can't believe it, I've been stranded here ever since the Great Flood. Imagine my surprise when I saw your boat. Wait, holy macaroni. That's no boat. Is that a floating town? That is amazing. You wouldn't happen to have room for one more, would you? I'm kind of stranded here, of course. Heck yeah, I'll grab my radio equipment and be right there. Okay, we have a radio technician. Excellent. What a fantastic little haven you've got here. Hold on. Are you actually going around saving people and building this community together? Is that your thing? Well, rock on! I think I can help with that. See, I've spent my life on air, chasing hidden frequencies, broadcasting secrets, and spreading vibes. If anyone's out there sending signals, I'll hear them. So how about it? With my radio equipment and your supplies, we can build Plankton's very own radio station. Captain, this is exactly what we've been looking for. Let's do this. Okay. Let's get some precision tools so we can salvage the electronics. And let's get a bunch more fresh water because we're going to need it. A few potato salads as well. Precision tools. Get some food from there as well. It didn't say that we needed a specialist for this. Still working on manual power. Okay, we've got a quest now. Research the radio station and build a radio station. Great. Make sure everyone's busy. The sponge guzzler. It's not quite dignified, but sucking the moisture from anemones and sea sponges was enough to get this drifter through several garbage storms. I see. Do we have anyone yet who's actually good at research? Halibut likes it. Okay, then. You can be the one who does it, then. Okay. You're still making firewood out of wood junk. You got those, you got those, you got those. Excellent. So while we're waiting to research... Ah, manual power. Great. Let's come around here for those fish, so we can use the food. We could also use the electricity. Okay, radio tower. Radio communication. There we go. That's used to scout for specialists. So let's get that built. And I'm not sure when I'll get back to this game next, but it'll be waiting for us whenever I do. You can charge the boat while we're fishing. Chop healthy trees. Sure. Research, drifter management, fish farming, workshops, moving the town, research. Got anything you said to say about upgrades? Not at the moment. We're right on top of the fish. They're all over the place. They're jumping right up onto the deck. Okay, got those. Still waiting on the fish, though. Don't want to leave those behind. The drifter can manually generate 10 eels here. Okay, well, maybe later. Fabricator. Oh, fabricates various upgrade resources. Okay, we are going to need one of those. Very well. There you go. Still working on that radio station. No more fish. We can charge here while we're picking these up. Plunk. Okay, gas bags. We would need biogas for that. Lubricant, torque thruster, air filter, sleep respirator, and Plastech floater. Don't have most of that. Okay, well, let's see if we can get some more of these plates again. And you want power. Okay, got that. There's a person off in that direction. Kind of want to focus more on keeping ourselves afloat, literally, as it were. So let's just kind of stop at everything. Chop healthy trees. We actually have a fair amount of wood at this point. Okay, we've researched a radio station. That means we can build a radio station. Hydraulics. Leads to a bunch of stuff. Need metal plates for that. Okay, well, let's make at least one more of those then. Metal plates. That's great. People are pulling them out and actually hammering on them. Okay, before we do that, let's see if... Still can't do that upgrade. So let's just build our radio station, and we can put it right near the watchtower. Still working... No, we decided not to go to the Pine Grove, so let's move on a little bit. Maybe we can go to those fish. Gather tinder. Excellent. Look at that big chonky thing. Well, would you look at that, our very own radio station. It's a beauty, Captain. With this, we'll be picking up signals in no time. Captain, we're picking up a new signal. It's an open channel. Some engineers rambling about torque balance and load distribution. Think they could help us expand our weight capacity? Okay. Know-it-all, fix-it-all. Open channel chatter by someone rambling endlessly into the static. Firmware update. Automated service alert, repeating from an advanced agricultural system. Oh boy, electric call. A help request crackling through what sounds like an overcharged communication device. So this is all... What do we want first? I think... We really should do the avian anomaly soon, but I think just for getting us underway, what does the engineer do? I guess if they're going to help with upgrades, maybe that's what we need. Wrenchley. This is the legendary Wrenchley, broadcasting from what's left of the world. Systems shot, coffee's gone. If anyone's still out there, bring snacks. Hello, this is Plankton, responding. Plankton? Never heard of it. Not surprised. Been stuck in this rust bucket for who knows how long. Trying to fix my loneliness by building a robot, but these parts are trash! We're a township, an actual town. Ship. Or a moving town. We're looking for other survivors. A moving town? Let me guess, you're low on power. You're hauling too much weight, and you've heard whispers of a legendary engineer who could fix it all. Yep, that's me. Here's my terms. Rescue me from this hunk of junk, feed me, water me, and give me a comfy bed to sleep on. Do that and I'll make your problems disappear. Sending my coordinates. Deal? I'm here. Way over there. Okay. Okay, well, we have a heading then. But I think that's gonna have to be it for tonight. We're definitely on our feet. We've got a good amount of firewood, which means our desalinator is still running. Let's just queue up a bunch of these before anything else happens. Got a pretty decent amount of food, and there's fish nearby, so we'll be okay. Let's make a bunch of seaweed salads too, just to make sure we have food and not using up too much space. So, let's save as Plankton Stream 1. There we go. And let's take y'all to the outro screen. And let's see who's around to raid. Bunch of other people playing Flotsam. Let's go raid River the Bard VT, whom I know nothing about, except that they're playing Flotsam. So let's go say hi. And I will see you Sunday for more Surviving Mars, and Tuesday for Satisfactory, and Wednesday and Thursday for more Slipstream. And I'll be back to Flotsam at some point, but I don't know exactly when. So, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.